Practical investigation, part 3, data gathering. When you do a practical, you gather data. There are two types of errors, type A and type B. Type A is called systematic error, and this will cause all the results to be either too large or too small. And this type of error cannot be reduced by repeating the experiment and averaging the results. It can be done. Examples include, firstly, zero error. That means a measuring instrument has not been properly zeroed before it is used for measuring. The second example is incorrectly calibrated scale. For example, the scale on the ruler may not be perfectly accurate. Lastly, reaction time of the experimenter. For example, using a stopwatch. Some people tend to be too fast. They jump the gun. They stop the stopwatch or start the stopwatch too fast, too early. Whereas some other people tend to be a bit slow, and all these will affect the final results. Here is a graph illustrating systematic error. First of all, these crosses are the product points. This red line is a line of best fit, and this dotted line is the expected line, what is expected. So you can see there is a difference between what is expected and what is actually plotted or drawn. And you can see that there is a consistent difference at all points between the two lines. Here as well, there, and so on. And this type of error is called systematic error. You can see that as a result of this type of error, all the results here are being too high. Type B, called the random error, as opposed to systematic error, it gives rise to a scatter of values about the true value. It can be reduced by repeating readings and averaging results. Examples include reading a scale on the ruler or the thermometer, etc. Second, taking a reading which changes with time. A good example is taking a reading of a digital ammeter. The reading on it always fluctuates. The next example is counting oscillations, like counting number of oscillations of a simple pendulum. The next one is measuring out a certain volume of liquid. For example, if you want to measure out 100 ml of water by using a measuring cylinder, if you do that 5 times, each time will have a slightly different volume. Then reading a scale from the wrong position, and this type of error is called parallax error. It's a type of random error. In other words, instead of looking at the scale straight on, you might be looking at the scale at a slight angle. Here is a graph illustrating random error. These crosses here are the product points. This red line is a line of best fit, and you can see that these product points scattered about this line of best fit. And so this type of error is called random error. You also notice this point here is the odd one out. It's called an anomaly. We just ignore that.